Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to ignore the old story. So how do you ignore the old story you're telling yourself about you and your specific person? How do you ignore the old story you're telling about not being in a relationship? How do you start to ignore the old story? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. Also know that I offer lots of self-study manifesting courses. All of my courses are linked below. There are 13 courses down there. I can help you manifest anything you want. So this is actually somewhat easy. This is a somewhat easy, well, when I say easy, it's simple. It's simple, but you do have to practice it. But if you stick to it, eventually it's going to happen. The best way, in my opinion, to ignore the old story is to tell a new story. So if you want to ignore the old story, let's say you are manifesting a specific person and you are telling the story of what has happened in your past, and you keep having the thoughts and the memories of what's happened in the past. It's making you feel like you're not in the relationship with them. That is saturating your inner world. You feel like you're not in the relationship. You keep having the thoughts that you're not in the relationship and the old story is coming up. That sucks, right? No one likes to be there. That's the state of the wish not fulfilled. The wish is not fulfilled. We are not together. I am stuck in the old story. It sucks. Well, the best way to ignore the old story, it's kind of like you need to occupy your mind with something new. And when we are transferring from an old story to a new story to manifest, because that's what manifesting is, right? You start telling a new story about who you are, and eventually that new story is the thing that's going to manifest. So when you're transferring from an old story to a new story, it is all about occupying your focus, occupying your thoughts and redirecting your thoughts into the new story. So the best way to do that is immediately when thoughts come up about not having your desire, not being in the relationship, it's not working, the 3D reality sucks, whatever's going on, the old story that you don't want to be thinking about anymore, the thing to do is redirect into the new story. No, we are together. No, we are going to be together. No, this is what it feels like for us to be together. You redirect into the new story. Okay? I think a great way to tell the story or to dive into a story that is actually really significant, I'm not sure if people use this technique enough, is scripting. Scripting is an amazing technique because it really focuses your attention and it allows you to playfully conjure up details of the new story. And if you spend like 10 minutes going into the new story, rewriting it, well, we can say rewriting it or just writing a new story. My person and I are together. Here's how they feel about me. They love me so much. Here's what they just told me. They told me that they can't live without me. You start rewriting the new story. Eventually, if you keep with this type of practice where you redirect yourself from the old story into the new story, eventually this is going to get momentum. The new story is going to pick up momentum. It's going to start to feel more dominant. It's going to start to feel more real. You're going to start to remember it. You're going to start to think of the new story more. And eventually this old story just fades into the background. So it's not that you have to practice ignoring it. You're redirecting into the new story and it automatically gets ignored. You can't focus on the old story and the new story at the same time. It's like Neville Goddard said, I don't know the exact quote. If someone knows it, they can post it below. But it's something like, you can't be in the state of having it and not having it at the same time. You're either in the state of having it or not having it. And so if you ever find yourself in the state of not having it or telling the story that it's not here or that something went wrong, you redirect yourself immediately into the new story of like, no, it is here. No, it is here. It is here. It is here. And yes, of course, this takes some persistence and diligence at first. Like, you got to commit to the new story. You got to commit to keep telling yourself that new story. But if you do, eventually just what we flood ourselves with internally becomes natural. you naturally start to step into the new self concept of the person who has your desire. The more you flood yourself with the story that you have the desire, that's just how it works, okay? So this is how you ignore the old story. You don't really, it's not about ignoring it, it's about telling the new story. Keep with it. Keep telling the new story until it becomes natural. It will become natural the more you tell it. It will. And when it does, you'll be totally relieved. You will feel like, I know this is going to happen. That experience of relaxation, relief is going to take over you, and inner confidence. You know it's yours, and that's when it's going to manifest. Thank you guys for being here with me in this video. I love being here with you. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.